We've been discussing a lot of bug out scenarios. Should there be an EMP or a major crisis, you need to get away from home. You're prepared to grab a few supplies and leave. Well, I've got quite a few comments on concerns of those that may not be able to leave. They may have to stay put in their homes, and they're kind of concerned about that. We're going to discuss being a gray man. And what that is you're going to become someone that's got to blend in with the crowd. And we're going to discuss several things in that. One, what you should know but not let others know. Two, how you should act. Three, how you should be dressing. And four, how you really need to let your hygiene just go right down the drain. Let's get into the concept of the gray man itself. And this is for those of you new to prepping. If something should happen, you want to blend in with the crowd so that you're not distinguishable from anyone. Okay? No one, you don't want to be noticed. You don't want to let people know that you know what's going on, because then you're going to set yourself off as someone knowledgeable, and they're going to come to you. And if you're knowledgeable, they come to you, they're also going to suspect that you're prepared for this as well. The gray man blends in with the crowd, acts just as ignorant, confused, and scared as everyone around them. This is where you got to put your acting and lying skills in hand. Being the gray man means you're in hiding right out in plain sight. And for the future videos, we're going to start calling it the gray person, because man, woman, any type of age can become the gray person, and you need to start that now. You can't let those around you know that you're prepping. I understand you're concerned about family and friends and neighbors, but the immediate people around you, you've got to keep quiet. If something happens and they're not ready, they're coming to you. Not only are they coming to you, they will end up letting other people know where they're getting their source from, and you're going to end up condemning you and your family to some real hardships, if not a uncontrolled mob coming to your house, stealing what you have, and harming you and your family. You've got to keep all of that under wraps. Because I don't care how close someone is to you. If their family's starving, they're going to do what they can to feed them, and that means coming to you. I've said it before, if you don't help them, they're going to get angry, and they're going to get other people to help them come get what you have. Big thing about being the gray person, you got to get that in your mind, and it's got to start now. Okay, an EMP is hit, and instead of bugging out, you decided you and your family are going to stay put in your home. That's fine. You've got all the supplies you need. You've got security in your home. No worries. Are you ready to watch your friends and neighbors and people around you suffer and die? If you're not, then you're not ready to be the gray person. You're not ready to help save your family. Because if you're going to stay home with people around you, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to watch others die and suffer as your family lives and prospers. You're going to have to get a mental change going. You got to start it today. Not saying you got to change your attitude and your personality today, but you're going to have to build that up in your head in order to save you and your family. The person you are today can't be the person that survives after an EMP. And I'll ask again, how far are you willing to go to save you and your family? Yesterday, we discussed the suffering and possible deaths of people around you if you decide to bug in your home in a very populated area. And I know what a lot of you are more than likely thinking. Well, we're not going to have to witness that because we're going to stay behind locked doors and stay hidden. Eventually, even after a day or two, someone's going to come knocking at your door because they're going to want to find out why you're not out there worrying with the rest of them, why you're not wondering what's going on. And what are you going to do when they knock on your door? You're going to answer it and tell them, oh, everything's fine here, we're okay, thank you. That's going to cause everyone to be even more suspicious about what you've got in your home and why you're not out there with the rest of them. And if you don't answer your door, sooner or later, somebody's going to break it down to find out why you're not answering it. You can't hide during this time. The only way you're going to blend in, the only way you're going to protect your family is if you leave your home and go out there amongst the crowd to figure out what the hell's going on. Now, as we've been talking about being a gray person, you can't go into hiding if you live in a well-populated area. If you live in an apartment, trailer park, very thick populated neighborhood, because people are going to get suspicious if you don't show up, and you don't want anyone knocking at your door, and you want to avoid all suspicion together. So what you're going to have to do is every time neighbors get together from day one, you're going to have to start going out there also and getting together. But your goal is to, over time, get people to start ignoring you, where you can come out less and less and make it so no one will come to your house. Well, how are you going to do that? Simple. You're going to give up good hygiene. If you've got it, if you're neat, you're clean, you're going to give all that up. And it's got to come to a point. Just body odor alone, people aren't going to want to be around you. You've got to let your body odor go. If smells are populating in your home, you're going to have to let those build up. So if anybody goes past your home, past your apartment, leave a window crack so they get the odors off of that. I know it sounds disgusting, but your whole point of being a gray person is to avoid suspicion, to avoid people knowing that you might be prepared. And over time, once you've let your hygiene go, you wear baggy clothes, filthy clothes. You let your hair go. Don't comb your hair. Let your beard grow out. Ladies, just, don't fix your hair up anymore. You've got to look down and out so people feel so sorry for you, they don't want to be around you, especially if there's a smell going on. I know that sounds disgusting, but you're in this for your family. And over time, you'll realize that you have to leave your home less and less because people don't want to be around you. But as far as your appearance, you've got to look sick. You've got to look tired. You've got to look weak. You've got to look thin. I guess you understand that you're going to have to blend in with everyone around you. You're going to have to dress poorly, act poorly. You're going to have to act just as unknowing as everyone around you about what's going on. However, that's not going to be the hardest part. The hardest part is going to be convincing other family members that they may have to stay inside most of the time, that they can't go out and be around neighbors. You're going to have to be the ambassador of your family, because sooner or later, somebody in the household probably will let it slip that y'all got food, that y'all have supplies, especially children. They're going to brag, that they had a meal today, they had 2 meals today. So it may come a point where you have to make certain family members stay inside. The easy part is explaining to everyone around you that you don't know what's going on. You're too terrified to allow your children out. You're keeping them in. That means, even prepping wise, keep it from members of your family. Pax, you want to say hi? Anyway, there's an article you should Google. It's called The Gray Man, The Art of Blending In During a Disaster. It's a really good article. Adds more to how you should blend in, gives a little more definition on what being a gray man is, or as I like to call a gray person, because anyone, no matter your gender or your age, can be a gray man or a gray person. So until then, Pax, what did it say? Have a great day. Come on, say hello.